So there are going to be a couple of pretty simple enough ways to add to add your slides to your canvas. The first way is to add it into your home page. So I'm in your sandbox and I deleted these things, but you'll want your Canvas account and you'll want to have your Canva, which is where you made your buttons. I was able to find your green circle. I didn't see your specific font, but I'm hoping you would be able to see that pretty easily. And this would just be if you wanted it to match. You don't actually have to do it with a matching button, but that would allow you to. So you'll make your button, you'll download it, and then you'll drag it to your desktop, or you can bring it in. But then you in Canvas go to Images and Upload, and then you can drag that image to where it says Choose File, which I had already done. And then now you've got that new button. So I've got my little button saved, and then I'm going to go to where I want. And there we go. I'm going to click the image, and it will load. I made it in Canva without paying a ton of attention to the size, so it's a lot bigger than your other ones, but you can make it smaller and pretty easily. So you could have it up there. Or if you didn't want it there, then you could bring it basically under the table and add it there. Let's change that. That was actually inside the table on accident. So I'm gonna delete that. I added a space on accident. Get rid of the space. Make sure you're under the table. There we go. And then add the image there, and then you can play with getting it the same size or make it smaller or make it bigger. So that would be that part of it. You could, if you wanted, you could actually basically make a new table. You cannot easily add a row, but you can very easily make a new table that would be 3 rows, and then have the extra button down there. You could technically put it in a 1-by-1 table. Sorry, that's not actually really. You're probably not going to want to do that. So you'd make your 3-by-3, and you could put it in there. So, and the way you do that is you'll make your new table, and you just drag the buttons in there. And then you would have to, of course, resize the table. So that's kind of that option. And then as far as making it actually go where you want, you'll go to your slides. Sounds like that's where what you're wanting to link. You can just use that web address, and it'll be this whole presentation with the panes on the side. If you want it to be all pretty, then you're going to get that link code from Publish to the Web, and then click the button, insert link, and then add the link. And when I go to the real look, when you click it, it'll open it up as a web page, so you'll get the pretty version. So that's going to be one way to do it. Now the other way, just so you see, with the announcements, you are correct. You cannot put these as a whatchamacallit, calendar event. So the announcements, though, if you wanted to use this, if you remember over on the side, if it's grayed out, it's not a tab for them, but if it's dark, it's a tab they can see. So you just would want to make sure and make it a tab they could see. Putting an announcement in, you can embed it, or you can put a link, and then you've got this announcement that is going to come up just like you've probably seen. So the main trick is to add in, is to make the announcement tab one of the things that they see. If though you want to put it on your calendar, then it's going to work pretty much the same way that what your parents can look at is going to work. You're just going to click on your date, and you're going to add a calendar event. So you'll call it weekly slides or weekly work or whatever you want to call it. And then you're going to add that embed code. So now on the calendar uh, there's a that embedded slide presentation, and they will be able to see it. They can open it in a full window view, or they can scroll through right there. So those are going to be probably the two quickest ways to add these in there.